Hello, dear student. Welcome to Pirgos Mahila College online class. This class is for the student of session 2020-21, class 11. This is first class with me, lovely student. You know, English is an international language, and English class is very important. Before starting our class, I would like to highlight the importance of English, because it is our first class with you. After your admission from Mahila College, online class is continuously going on. I hope you are enjoying such classes. So today we have arranged an English class for the newly admitted student of session 2020-21. Dear student, you know the importance of English is bigger description. Nowadays, English is not a language only, it is a technology. In this sake, a student must have good knowledge over English, a good command over English. So how can we develop our English? How can we develop our skill in English? In every sector, in every branches of higher education, English is very important. For this sake, if we want to develop our career, if we want to progress our career, our higher education, we must learn English. For this reason, from our beginning classes, we will put high emphasis on learning English. So dear student, let's start the class. Before starting the class, I also would like to distribute marks, because it is essential to know our syllabus or our question pattern. Without knowing our question pattern, we cannot read, we cannot advance properly. So let's see our marks distribution. Here I have written the question pattern or marks at a glance. Question number 1, A, MCQ, score 5 from a passage. This MCQ question from a passage from our textbook. You know, we have a textbook. For first paper, we have a textbook. You must buy or purchase these books immediately. This is our textbook for class 11 and 12. Question number 1A, MCQ, 5 marks from a passage. Question number 1B, short question, score 10 from the same passage. It means from one passage, question number 1AB, total score 15, same passage. Next question 2, flow chart or information chart, score 10 from another passage from the textbook. Then question number 3, summary, score 10 from third passage. It means there will be 3 passages from the textbook: first passage, second passage, and third passage. Then question number 4, with clues, score or marks 5. 5 without clues, 10 marks. Rearrange, 10 marks. Paragraph writing or paragraph, 10 marks. Email or letter, 5 marks. Completing a story, 7 marks. Graph or pie chart, 8 marks. And last question, theme writing from a poem, 10 marks. Total 100. This is our marks distribution or syllabus. In your final examination or in your college examinations, question will be set from this pattern. So I hope you have write down the question pattern. Of course, you write down the syllabus or marks distribution. It will help you to understand your syllabus, to develop your course. Dear student, today from our textbook I would like to discuss one unit. From this unit, listen to, and you know the unit 1, listen to, and the title of this lesson is Nelson Mandela, apartheid fighter to president. So now let's look at this picture. I hope you know this person. Do you know the man? Do you know the person? Yes. This is Nelson Mandela, from apartheid fighter to president. It means Nelson Mandela, a fighter of apartheid, throughout his life he struggled against discriminations, racial discriminations. He wanted to establish human rights around the world. Today we will discuss this passage. This very important passage in our English textbook. I know it is a first class with you. It is very difficult to understand the passage thoroughly. It is our duty to read any text, any lesson very carefully, very mindfully, to understand the main theme, main idea, the message, what does the passage want to say. So let's start or read out the passage I am reading. You can also open your textbook, unit 1, listen to. Please take your textbook and try to read with me. I am reading the lesson. Nelson Mandela guided South Africa from the cycle of apartheid to a multiracial democracy as an icon of peace and reconciliation who came to embody the struggle for justice around the world. Dear student, look, the one sentence. Nelson Mandela guided South Africa. He guided South Africa. He is the leader of the South Africa from the cycle of apartheid. Here cycle means obstruction, restrictions. Cycle of apartheid to a multiracial democracy. He wants to lead this country to a multiracial. Here means various type of race, various type of people, whether they are white or black, will enjoy the facilities of this country. He wanted to establish these rights. He wanted to establish a multiracial democratic country. As an icon of peace and reconciliations, he was treated as an icon of peace and reconciliations. Here, peace and reconciliation, he who worked for establishment of peace. Who came here, who came to embody the struggle, who appeared, who came in the world for struggling to establish justice, peace, equal right in the world. It means Nelson Mandela wanted to establish a nation where every person will enjoy same rights, equal opportunities. Imprisoned for nearly 3 decades for his fight against white minority rule, Mandela never lost his resolve to fight for his people's emancipation. Nearly 3 decades. Here decade mean 10 years. Dear student, you know decades. The word is decade, means 3 decades. Here 3 decades mean 30 years. 30 years. 1 decade means 10 years, 3 decades mean 30 years. 30 years. He was imprisoned 30 years. Why? For establishing the rights of black people of South Africa. Mandela never lost his resolve to fight for his people's emancipations. Though he faced the imprisonment 30 years, he did not lose his heart to establish the rights of the black people. He struggled continually. He was determined to bring down apartheid while avoiding a civil war. Though he wanted to establish black people's right, he did not want any war, any blood. He was in favor of peace and reconciliations. His prestige and charisma helped him win the support of the world. His personality, his prestige, his honesty, everything supported him to win the support of the world people. All over the world, he has a goodwill. He win the people's support. As a result, he was able to fight against the apartheid. I hate race discrimination most intensely and in all its manifestation. I have fought it all during my life. I will fight it now and will do so until the end of my days, Mandela said in his acceptance speech on becoming South Africa's first black president in 1994. We know Nelson Mandela was elected black president in 1994. In his acceptance speech, he said such speech, I hate race discrimination. He said, I hate the people who divide people, who deprive people from their rights. I fight, he said, I fight it all during my life. Mandela said that throughout my life, I fight, I struggle against this injustice. We have at last achieved our political emancipations. Mandela says, fighting around the year, at last Mandela and his people achieved their emancipation. Here emancipation means freedom. Emancipation means relief. Dear student, it's a long passage. You can read out at your home. I am just reading some important lines. Another lines I am reading for understand the passage. You know, there are several important lines here. I am reading one important line. He is the epicenter of our times, ours in South Africa and yours, wherever you are. Nadir Gardimer, the South African writer and Nobel laureate for literature, once remarked. Nadir Gardimer, a South African writer and a Nobel winner, remarked regarding Nelson Mandela, he is the epicenter of our time. Ours in South Africa. Nelson Mandela is not for only the South African people. He says, yours, wherever you are. We all the people, we all, wherever we stay, Nelson Mandela is the epicenter of our time. It means the line indicates that Nelson Mandela's goal, aim is to establish justice all over the world. So he is the leader all over the world people because he was in favor of the justice. By reading this passage, you can know about many ideas about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela here is a great leader. He wanted to establish rights of the black people of South Africa. It was possible after 30 years. He was elected South African first black president, also won a Nobel Peace Prize. By reading this text, we will be able to answer some question. You know, from a passage, there will be multiple choose a short question. To understand the question pattern, I have write one or two or question here. Now I am explaining this question. Suppose we read this passage. Now I am explaining the question. Question number 1A from this passage. There will be 5 alternative question here. It is called MCQ question. What does apartheid refer to in the title? Dear student, we read this text and we have come to know the word apartheid. Here apartheid means discriminations, where discrimination means where not equal rights is applied. What does apartheid refer in the title? There will be several words here, alternative answer here. You have to choose the correct answer according to the meaning. Apart, distance, discrimination, dialogue. Here, if we make Bengali meaning of this word, apart, it means far, distance far, discriminations, it means disparity. Disparity mean not equal rights, deprived from something, and dialogue mean conversations or speech. So the answer probably yes, this is discrimination, right answer. So you have to write down in your answer script in this way. Question answer to the question 1A 3, discrimination. In this way you can write down in your answer script. Now question B, the word icon in the text mean. In this passage, in this text, we have also come to know about what is icon. So what does icon mean? Icon mean portrait, image, symbol or idol. Nelson Mandela is called an icon of peace and reconciliation. Now here, what does he mean by icon? Here icon mean symbol. Is a symbol. He's a pioneer, or he's a great great symbol. It means symbol of justice or peace or anything. Similarly, there will be another 3 multiple choice question. I have only shown here 2 questions. Dot mean another question. Now from the same passage there will be short question, and this is B. Answer the following short question. I have write 1 question here. In this way, similarly there will be 4 short questions. You have to answer every question. Every question mark 2. Why is Nelson Mandela called an icon of peace and reconciliation? There is a question here. Why is Mandela called an icon of peace and reconciliation? First, try to understand this line in your mother tongue, then try to answer from the textbook. You can write down in this way. Nelson Mandela is called an icon of peace and reconciliation because, or to, or so that. In this way you can add this conjunction to complete the answer. Nelson Mandela is called an icon of peace and reconciliation because he wanted to establish justice around the world. This, or the answer may be vary according to the meaning. So dear student, there will be another 4 short questions here. You have to answer from these textbooks. Lovely student, I am just trying to understand the question pattern. Here question mean what will be question from a textbook. I think you have understood the question 1AB. This is multiple choice and short question from the textbook. So it is very essential to read our textbook, because by going through the textbook, your vocabulary will be developed. Without vocabulary, without enriching your vocabulary, it is not possible to cut good figure in the English first paper or second paper. It is very, very important to read these textbooks. I hope, and my suggestion to you, to read these textbooks. If you go through every lesson, every unit very carefully, it will be possible to answer in your answer script, your examinations very correctly, appropriately. So no more today, dear student. I am ending the class here. You must write down your comment in our comment box. Our channel P1 Mohila Degree College or Facebook page. You can watch this class. You must share so that your friends also enjoy these classes. If you have any comment, inbox us. Thank you very much.